Next day, came home from work early again. Sunlight is shining. Feel me? And let's get right into it. So we're continuing with the long block assembly of the G23. So camshafts are on. We use the regular F20B camshafts, cam seals. Let's take off the cover. Cam caps, everything is torqued down. Cams are in, assembly lube, oil. Everything is set to go. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this on half. Set this halfway, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to line the cams in the midway points of the actual cam. I guess you call them cam caps, cam holders, so that we can begin to time the motor. Because as you can see right now, it's kind of close, but it's not spot on. You know, the lines gotta line up. And a great tool actually that I had gotten, it's a cam holder, so you can lock, place it in between. You can lock the cams, and once you lock the cams, you can adjust and do all your fiddling at the crankshaft below, so that you don't gotta do too much adjusting, and you just have to worry about one spot. I mean, obviously, if you've done it before, if you timed the motor before, you don't really need that. You just know where it's at. But sometimes it's nice to just have, you know, luxury. Feel me? It's nice to have luxury, so you don't gotta stress yourself out, so that you know, you don't have to look at it. Your time is not off for half a tooth, whatever. It's just straightforward. Now to begin timing a G23, what you're gonna do, especially with the balance shaft delete kit, because I don't really see people like really show how to time the G23. So what happens is, when you take off this crank pulley here, or this gear, right, you put the H22 on. If you notice, this oil pump is an F23 oil pump. It's different from the H22, so it doesn't have the bolts that can mount the manual tensioner. And let me see if I could locate a manual tensioner real quick. Let me look through my stash. Boom, manual tensioner. So this is one of my old manual tensioners. Normally, a manual tensioner on the H22 pump sits somewhere around here, and it goes on that what's the name of it? The adjuster, the timing belt adjuster. And this part screws out and puts more tension on the adjuster. That's how you tension your belt. The F23 now is different, because what they have is just this. It has like it's like a older style manual tensioner, and it's held on by a spring and a bolt. The spring connects here. The bolt is I think a 10mm that screws in here, and once you place tension on the belt, this adjusts. So this will move up and down to adjust the tension of the belt. But it's, you know, it's just a manual tension. Honestly, I think sometimes these work a little bit better than any other thing, but I ain't gonna lie, KS2 been doing their thing for a minute, so I will always trust KS2. So as you can see, just like that, timing marks are in the middle. See, the lines are in the middle. It snaps right into place. I have used it one time. Had to use a little bit of persuasion depending on how much rust is on the cam gears, but this slid right in. So cam's gonna be locked in place there, so I don't gotta worry. Another way to tell, you can see that the up arrow is pretty much spot on in the middle of that cam holder right there. Up arrow, spot on in the middle of that cam holder right there, and it runs along this channel. So that's how you'll be able to tell. Put this back on so nothing gets in the motor. And I'm gonna pull off this 19 now and begin to just run the belt. So this is the cam gear that you don't lose. Keyway stays in there, lined up at TDC. Let's go grab the H22 one. The H22 one, you see how the washer is built into this one? You have to use the OEM washer for the H22. It's a little dirty. I'm gonna clean it off in a little bit, but I'm just gonna test to see how it fits, and we should be good to go. So right now I just have the belt nice and soft, pause, or loose, and what you do is you adjust tension by the lever right here. So let me see if I can just show you out. So it's not tight, but I'm gonna go get let me go get a pry bar, just a small little pry bar, and what we're gonna do is plug in, not there. You're gonna add tension from the lever, and then you bolt it down. So as you loosen, as you push up, you can see the belt gets tension. See? So the belt gets tension and tension and tension as you put more pressure on the bearing. So I'm gonna set that up, make it nice and tight, check it, and should be good to go. Okay, so I rolled the motor over here, and as you can see, you get a better look at everything. So the time belt's tensioned, check, turns like 90 degrees or whatever, 90 degrees, and it's tension on top too. I'm gonna pull out my little tool, camera skin tool. I use this bearing that the balance shaft belt rides on for just like a guide. We're waiting on the spacer to come in so that we can make sure that the timing belt doesn't walk. So yeah, this is how it all came out. I kind of like this method a little better, using this, because you know it's like a straight shot. Like, don't get me wrong, the walk blocker, the manual tensioner is alright, but this is less of a hassle. And I think actually I think another company makes these manual tensioners, this style, for the H's. I forget the name right now. It could be WickFab, but I believe it's WickFab. But for right now, OEM F23 timing belt tensioner, the spring. This is the balance shaft belt bearing that the balance shaft rides on. Pulls water pump, G23 F23 water pump or F23 body, H22 gear. As you can see, the balance shaft delete kit where you get rid of the balance shafts. Motor is in timed. You can see the marks indicated in there and right here. So it's spot on. Rotated the motor like 3-4 times and everything is Gucci. So I'm just waiting for the oil pan, the pickup. We can put everything together. All the miscellaneous gaskets and everything, we're gonna pull it off of the then we're gonna pull it off the F20B. So after we swap everything over, we're just gonna swap all the parts on the F20B onto this. We just needed the motor to finish getting built. So head is on, head is built, springs, retainers, valves, everything. Bottom end is built, everything is Gucci. We're just waiting on the miscellaneous parts. Once we got the miscellaneous parts, motor's good to go. And we're supposed to throw the motor in today, but I'm not gonna record that because I'm tired. Got off work early because we're supposed to take the motor over to the shop. So I might close the video out. My bumper is right there on another project car that I haven't revealed yet, but that's the name of the game. So I'm gonna give y'all a walk around of the G23 one more time. This is a F23 A4 block. Any F23A block would work. F23A JDM, F23A1, whatever. You use this block because you got the longer stroke. It's a combination, it's a Frankenstein. It's sort of like a 2420 if you were K series. So you just get the best of both worlds. You got the torque from the bottom end. You got the high revving top end power from the H22 head, especially if you build it. Stock cams right now. Upgraded valve train, upgraded parts, pistons and rods like I showed in the earlier video. I really want to clean up the block, so I think I might do that now before we take it to the shop. Probably pressure wash it, see how far I could get, or wire wheel it or something, because this is not my cup of tea. I don't like to let shit just leave like that. So VTEC solenoid, everything is Gucci. Give y'all one more look at the head. As you can see, clean. So yeah, this was just a quick video. I'll be mad busy, coming home from work mad late, so I was like, you know what, let me just record, show y'all the process of the G23, what it is, everything that goes into it, everything that you'll need. I showed y'all all the OEM shit that you need. H22 timing belt, OEM F23 timing components, H22 crank gear. This is a combination of H22 water pump gear, F23 water pump. So it's like, you know, it's a hybrid. You gotta source parts from here and there. Now, one thing I didn't get to show y'all was how we did the water pipe. Now, I think Biggs got it, but Biggs is at work right now, so he about to get off work soon. If I got time and I pick up the motor or I pick up the camera and I show y'all, then I'll show y'all. But if not, I'll probably show y'all when we throw in the swap in and we swap over the thermostat housing and everything like that. That's gonna be in its own separate video. I already got enough to edit, so we good to go. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm not even gonna lie. A lot of people, there's like a few people really doing these swaps, and actually being a part of this build and actually helping to build this one like really piqued my interest, and I'm really like studying. Like I had mad F23 blocks that I had laying around, and I got rid of them shits like mad long ago, because I wasn't really studying that. Now I could see the capability, I could see the potential if it's able to be built properly. Everything is nice, to be honest. Y'all know the vibes. So yeah, next video I'll probably show y'all us putting on the miscellaneous accessories on the motor, show y'all how easy it is. It's not too bad. Just wrap off this little build series that we got going on, just because just decided to record because the F20B blew up. Obviously we was running boost through stock motor and we was having too much fun, and it blew a piston ring. But instead of us rebuilding another F20B, because that's like the third F20B, we just said fuck it, we just gonna build a G23 and call it a day and see what's up. Like we can only know unless we try. But be humble, stay icy, and hit y'all with another lit video. You heard?